back. Nobody beats Mr. Perfect. No.
Hey, Curt Hennig fans. Hello and welcome to another episode of Curt Hennig Was the Best, Changed My Mind. I am your host, Steph. This is episode 38. Today on our Perfect Podcast, we're going to watch along to Curt's match with Buddy Rose in 1982, which was a knee versus knee match. I like this match even though it's a hard one to watch as Buddy and Curt both stretch each other's knees. But before we start, please join me on my YouTube and Rumble channels where if you like what you hear, you can subscribe, comment, like, and share so we can grow these channels. The links for both will be in the description field below this video. I would like to give a shout out and a thank you to my paid patron supporter, Charlie Brown Politics. Thank you, Charlie, for your support. If you too would like to support my channel for as low as $1 a month, please click the link in the description field below this video to become a paid patron supporter. You will also get your name read on the show. For $3 a month, you will get your name read on the show, and you get to ask me a question which I will read and answer. For $5 a month, you get all this plus an exclusive behind the scenes of how I do my show and also a blooper reel. For $10 a month, you get all this and access to a live patron show where you can learn more about me. So please click the link in the description field below this video to sign up today. Please help me to reach 100 followers on Rumble. All links will be in the description field below this video. You can now follow me on Locals for free. If you would like to support the show, you can for just $2 a month. Thank you for your support. Okay guys, and we're back. Alright, so this week is going to be a very interesting one. We're going to do Curt's match with Buddy Rose, which is knee versus knee match. Just want to say a few things, what happened this week. Looks like they had the Dark Side of the Ring about Black Saturday. Really wasn't interested in this one, though. I probably should watch it just in case, it has something we're going to talk about on Pro Wrestling Talk. This is May 15th, I believe, so we're recording on May 15th, just to let you guys know, that I'm way ahead and I want to stay way ahead, though I think next week, I'm going to take a break. But, the next recording, we are going to do the Dr. D, match with Curt in Portland, and that is a very interesting one. I think it's cool that it gets, Curt gets all those submission moves into it, and Dr. D just is kind of like a prize fighter, you know what I mean? He just kind of, he's more like a brawler, I would consider, where Curt is a scientific wrestler. Not that Dr. D wasn't, but I think that Dr. D, how do I put this? Not that he couldn't wrestle, just that he was more of a brawler type of wrestler. And he was a dang good heel. He was very, very good at being a heel. I dare say Curt may have learned a few things from Dr. D and had gone into, when he went in as Mr. Perfect, had kind of taken that in. He also probably got a lot of his stuff from Buddy Rose. I know him and Buddy Rose were pretty close, and him and Dynamite were also close, which I had just seen on X the other day, or actually today, while I was at work watching Lucifer of all things, which is a good show. I do recommend it if you like, shows like that. It's a really good show. I'm rewatching it because I kind of stopped in the middle of it. And then my dad's like, oh, you saw that, I'm like, oh no, I didn't see that. So anyway, I think Curt got a lot of his, heelishness, not only from his dad, but also from, it could have been like, Buddy Rose, Dr. D, great heels. Great heels, maybe a little bit of Nick Bockwinkel in there too, because Nick was also a great heel, also a great babyface, and Nick was also second generation. Pretty cool stuff there, pretty cool stuff. And Nick was a good wrestler. Nick was a good one, he was a good wrestler, that I didn't realize that he had become a road agent for the WWE in '88, but if you watch, the Superpose down at the Royal Rumble when Warrior is down, and I think we're gonna do some extra bonus stuff with that. So I think for my Rick Rude fans, I almost said Ric Flair. Sorry about that. For my Rick Rude fans, I'm definitely going to do the superpose down just for you guys, just so you can hear some, stuff about that and get my opinion on it as we watch along. So I have all kinds of, extra stuff coming out this time around. I also want to thank everyone. We're almost at 50K. And if you missed the 40K, when we reached 40K, I had a poll on YouTube on my community page and basically said, you could pick one of them. They chose the black hat. You guys chose the black hat. So, on Pro Wrestling Talk, I believe it's episode 13, I do have my black hat. If you missed that, you can see it. It is uploaded on my channel. Check that out. Now this recent poll, once we hit 50K, cause we're very close, we're within 3,000, probably about 2,000 now. It just keeps going up and up and up. So, this poll is you can either, and again, you have to go to my YouTube channel and on my community page, you can vote, for whatever you want to see at 50K. So it's either, you'd like to see me singing, Rap is Crap on Rumble. That would be a Rumble exclusive only. So, unfortunately, not a lot of you want to see that. You would have to check that out on my Rumble page. All my links are in my description fields. They also are on my page. Everything is there for my Black Magic Talk show, and then also for the Patreon page for this show is also on there. So if you want to take a look at that, I have my Twitter or X account on there. If you would like to follow me on Twitter, you're more than welcome. You will find all those links on my homepage on the YouTube. So the Curt Hennig Was the Best, Change My Mind podcast. That's all you have to do is look it up on YouTube. And if you go to my homepage and subscribe, you will see all those links there for your viewing pleasure. Again, you can get a hold of me on X. You can DM me if you would like to, if you'd like to get a hold of me for questions about the show, or if you'd like to be on the show. I do recommend though that if you would like to be on the show, I might add that as a Patreon thing, though, excuse me, sorry. But just let me know, if you would like to do that, just DM me. Again, if you are pagan or Wiccan and you would like to follow me, all you have to do is look up on YouTube or Rumble, Black Magic Talk podcast, and you can subscribe or follow. That is greatly appreciated. And then there's also a Patreon page where I share 50-50 money with my co-host Matt Collins. And we just did another interview with the great Christopher Allen Smith. He is from England and he wrote some great books that I would like to check out myself. And he is also pagan. He also has been Wiccan. He follows the Norse gods. So, check that out. Everything, like I said, is on my homepage or in the description field. If you'd like to check that out. If you do want to become a Patreon, member, that's great. Thank you so much. On my wrestling, Patreon, you can follow me or support me for $1 a month. It's just one little itty bitty dollar. And, I don't think they may take like a little bit of tax out, but I don't think it's too much. I think it's like $1.05, maybe something like that. And again, all the little, dollars help. So if you could only do $1, do $1, and you get your name right on the show, just like Charlie Brown Politics does. He's so great to me. Thank you so much. I also would like to give a shout out again to Kit Cabello. I know I give, him a lot of credit, and that's because if it wasn't for Kit Cabello, I don't know where I'd be right now. He's been someone I get to call my friend, and I'm very happy that he is growing and succeeding in all his endeavors. And Kit, I wish you the best of luck in the future and, going forward. I'm so glad that I get to call you friend. keep doing the great work that you're doing. And again, you're getting noticed and you have great news for us, it seems like every day. So, your fans are very happy and very nice people, and they love to, show their affection to you. I'm so overwhelmingly happy that, you are getting more opportunities, and I wish you all the best in your future. If you need anything, Kit, and this goes out to Angel too, and Matt Collins, who I have the pleasure of calling friend. If you guys need anything, you just let me know. I will do my best, for what I can. I know I'm going to help Angel get a new computer. I'm going to give him my old one. But I, fixed it up for him and stuff and put Windows 10 on it for him. So, he doesn't really have a lot of money, but, we're going to work it out as best we can. And really, I didn't put anything much into the old computer to fix it up. I took very good care of it by not really using it. So, and I have a computer that's Windows 11. So, anyway, let's get back to the news of the day. So, I was listening to Jim Cornette, and I know people roll their eyes or sigh or whatever, but yes, I do listen to Jim Cornette and the Black Saturday, Dark Side of the Ring. Again, wasn't really interested in it, other than it just, if it wasn't for Vince, stuff wouldn't have happened. So there was a lot of backroom deals. I get that. It just seemed like if it wasn't Vince, it would have been someone else. Eventually someone would have taken over all the territories, and unfortunately all those territories would have, folded up anyway. And some of them did because, other territories were starting to get big, like AWA and stuff. So when it comes to that stuff, I mean, what choice did they have? I mean, again, this was just going national, and, the whole thing with, I can't even think of his name now. I can see his face. Ole Anderson. The whole thing with Ole Anderson and saying, screw you and screw her. I mean, that was Ole, right? I've seen several, Ole Anderson interviews, mostly about Ric Flair. He does not like Ric Flair very much. And, I mean, no offense, but Ric Flair kind of embarrassed himself, this past weekend. So I think that, it's just kind of like, Ole Anderson is how do I put this? He is his own worst enemy, but then he's also an acquired taste. And like I said, I've seen several interviews with him. So I think that, when it comes to that, I think people need to realize that it's just, Ole Anderson being Ole Anderson. Sorry. Try not to hold that against him. So, I mean, there really wasn't much else other than, Jerry Lawler's no longer commentating, though he is, 70 some years old now, and he's kind of getting up there. Anyway, let's get into the match we're going to talk about, which is, again, the knee versus knee match, which was Curt and Buddy Rose. Again, this is a little bit of a hard one to watch because, they do go after each other's knee. So, but you'll see me cringe and stuff. So let me get everything ready and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Okay guys, and we're back. So, if you want to go to, your YouTube, this match is on YouTube. However, I do have it off of YouTube, but it's up to you what you want to do. I just don't think it's copyrighted, so that's why it's probably not on YouTube right now. I'm sorry, it is still on YouTube right now, but I just went ahead and downloaded it off of YouTube just in case they ever do kind of get rid of it or whatever. But, so if you want to go to your YouTube And this is really simple. So you're just going to put in, it's called Buddy Rose, V as in Victor, Curt Hennig, 1/3. So this is a 3-part match. It probably is about 15-20 minutes. It may be more than that. I'm not sure. I just kind of watch it. Now it has it in parts. Unfortunately, that's just how they uploaded it to YouTube. So, again, just try to stay through the whole match if you can. But this is a watch along, so it's going to be a lot of fun here. We're just going to go ahead and, watch along, like I said. So basically what we're going to do here, if you want to go a minute in, to the first one, because there's a gentleman there that talks about a video recorder. Again, back in 82, that's the best you could do. Now we have, better technology. And what's crazy is, I don't know if it was crazy for 82, but it was still a little expensive for 82, but he's selling a video recorder. And I didn't want to bother you with that. I didn't want to bore you with that. So if you go a minute in, he'll do his little spiel for like a minute, and then they'll cut to the match. So, but he's selling a video recorder for like $300. And I'm not, and I mean, you get like movies with it. So it's like a video recorder and VCR. And what's crazy is, like I said, it's $300. That was a little, expensive even for 1982. This is July 3rd, 1982. So I can just imagine, that would be like buying I don't know, something that's $300 nowadays. My microphone was $300. So there you go. It's like buying my microphone only back in 82, what a wild number you get a lot of movies and stuff, but, I couldn't see paying that price, for, a movie, and a video recorder. To me, that's outrageous, but it was 1982. I wasn't even alive yet, so I really have no reason to complain, cause I wasn't here yet. But anyway, so yeah, if you go a minute in, we're gonna start, there, because like I said, I don't want to bore you with this guy just talking about videos and stuff. So if you go ahead and hit play now.
Curt Hennig facing toward the camera against the Playboy Buddy Rose. And I don't know exactly how to tell you what title to put on this.
Oh, I just want to let you guys know that if you do have ads that come up, just try to skip them as best you can. I hope none pop up for me. I don't think ads pop up here, but in case they do, just, skip them when you can, or watch them till, they go off, and then just rejoin us.
No one knew much about it then. Larry Hennig got injured by the Army. Curt Hennig has been after them ever since. One of the members of the Army, Dizzy Hogan. Let's see what Hennig has to say. You're going to grab the mic.
No disqualification match. There's no rules in this match. That's what was made last week.
Well, and Hennig has bandages under both of his knee pads. It was the left one that he injured, as I recall.
They're both left knees. Both hurt their left knees. Supposedly.
Had a little trouble a couple times this week with it. Looks very mobile. Now, we get a good crowd out here for the 3rd of July. A lot of folks staying home, apparently, or coming to Portland from other places. Maybe all the Portlanders are out of town. Well, we had a few people talking about being here from Centralia and Chehalis. One fella introduced himself from Walla Walla. He watches our syndicated program that goes into Washington and Idaho and British Columbia. called Big Time Wrestling. Some of you folks up north familiar with that. You're in that in-between area where you get both shows, Portland Wrestling and Big Time. The Wail on the Beach cry starts from the crowd. It really upsets Buddy Rose. After he lost the world champion Ric Flair, the Nature Boy Ric Flair, he left the Northwest for a while, went to the East in Hawaii, said he lost 18 pounds, 17, 18 pounds. You know, I think maybe he's gained it back. At any rate, he really hates to have the crowd get on him about his weight. Oh! Upside down into the corner, and there goes Hennig working on the knee. He wants to pay back for his daddy and for himself. It's Hogan who originally got his knee down at Salem. And ever since then, the Army's been trying to get it, and now Hennig is the one working on the leg. This is the best 2 out of 3 falls. No disqualification. The Playboy Buddy Rose.
Ouch.
Right there on the ankle and on the knee. Trying to lay it back and alleviate some of the pressure. Now trying to put inside. Trying to get outside. Buddy Rose laid back and nearly got counted out. Get outside again. Curt Hennig. I'll tell you, these two guys, neither one wants to just beat the other. They are literally out and put each other out of action. They admit it readily. Curt Hennig, who's normally not that kind of person. He said with Rose, somebody's got to do it. Dr. D doesn't care for Rose simply because he sees Rose pushing into my business, and I don't need anybody in my business. If I did ever need anybody, Rose would be the last one I'd need. Because I'm going to be number one. I'm the star here. Rose is going to have to learn that. Well, Buddy, you know, ain't taking lightly to that. But Rose might run into the problem of having so many people lined up to get at him that might cause him, for the first time in years, to run into more trouble than he can handle. Right now, he's got Hennig in the ring. He's got Dr. D saying, don't mess with me anymore, boy. Just waiting for a shot at him. He's really stepping back and getting a good kick to the, that time's working on the hamstrings. He's got a hold of that left leg, wrapped up. Rose is hanging by his left leg, not trying to crawl back up on the apron. And Sandoval really can't do much. It's a no disqualification. You try to keep him in the ring. Our boy Buddy Rose not able to put any weight down on the left leg. Curt going out into the crowd after him. Kick behind the knee, and Buddy Rose is hurt. Curt Hennig has really been giving it to him. It's a no DQ, but you're supposed to stay in the ring.
So you can be counted out, a.k.a.
Still applies about 20 seconds outside the ring, and Curt is giving Rose some added time by moving up a few times into a position of interference, and that stops the count and starts it over again. Sandy Barr trying to keep him back. Now if he moves up like that, stops the count. Plus Buddy Rose playing a little possum. They've got each other by the hair. They both are pulling on the hair. And Buddy didn't get in the ring.
Gotcha.
Hennig working it. You got to remember, in the case of a good offense being a good defense, while he's doing this, Rose cannot be working on Hennig's knee. And Curtis is doing his thing. Figure four leg lock around a steel ring post. The count on Hennig is that he's outside the ring. He's got to be careful not to let that count of 20 get away from him. Now he's back in, and Rose is in a whole heap of trouble. Turning him over, a half crab. A half crab, definite submission hold. Rose saying no. You hear the crowd. You know what they want. A half crab. And I tell you right now, Curtis does not care if he submits or not. He finally does, and Hennig doesn't want to let go of the hold. Finally pushed off it. Curt Hennig winning the first fall.
Yep, Curt gets the first fall. So there's 3 falls, and whoever wins out of 2 out of 3.
James come back a lot. He's going to have to come back tough here. Get ready. Get ready to take down what's in the comes. We're going to tell you about where the rest
Now the second fall is a little hard to watch, but bear with us, okay? So bear with me. It's a little hard to watch, but trust me, it's worth your while. Trust me.
tell you so often, we try to bring you all the excitement of professional wrestling as best we can. And I think our crew and our directors do a heck of a job of doing that. But they will be the first to admit, as I am, that you don't really get the excitement, the atmosphere, unless you get out and see wrestling live. So be sure to do that.
Well, it's kind of hard for me to go to Portland right now, or back then, because again, I wasn't even born yet. So,
You can be aware.
but these are great matches if you go back and look for them.
Facts, the scores, and more on the Weekend Sports Wrap-Up, a new half hour on Sunday night on KBTV 12, Portland.
Want to straighten out on
Okay,
top leaders.
so this is the beginning of the second fall here.
Midnight Sunday. And then all day Monday they're open up until 9 p.m. So it's midnight Sunday. Okay, gang. The official challenge out by Rocky Johnson for a stretcher match to the man you're looking at, or David Schultz, Dr. D, or Rip Oliver. For the interview time, which is the rest period between rounds, Buddy Rose did not leave the ring. He stayed in the ring. Heading in the ring. The referee coming down the aisle. Bell rings. Referee out there talking to Rose about the bell is rung, get in here and wrestle. Curt Hennig apparently has a different attitude. Rose just came up the aisle and yelled, "Bottom, it's supposed to be a wrestling match. Not supposed to be trying to hurt one another." And if you've seen Rose wrestle even once, you know that is a complete change of attitude, and maybe because of the situation he's in. Right back to the half crab, and we could have 2 straight falls here. This is an awfully tough one. He's got it low. That is to say that the other leg is flat. Now he's bringing it up high to get more leverage, but if he gets that right knee underneath him, it's the only escape except to get to the ropes.
No, remember, it's no DQ. No DQ.
Sandy Bar.
He can hold on to the rope all day long. Curt does not have to let go.
Hennig decided to jam that knee into the mat. It is a no DQ match, so there really shouldn't be any calling of it for being under up. He's trying to shove his foot down his mouth. He is trying to shove Buddy Rose's size 13 right down his mouth. Only momentarily. It's the first time we've ever seen that one. And over the years, many have threatened to do it.
And only Curt could pull it off, huh? I love it.
He's got a bad knee also, but so far he's not allowed Rose to get at it at all. The referee not counting because there is no DQ. Watch out. Hennig let his knee get in range.
This one's going to be a hard one, so if I cringe a little bit, guys, I'm sorry. I can't help it. This is a little hard to watch here.
Said last weekend again this week. Told me that I don't believe Hennig should be back in the ring. He said it last week. I think he should give it another week's rest. Whoa! Buddy Rose catching it outside the head. And Rose gets a shot on Hennig's knee. And Rose going outside. Curt Hennig now the one in trouble. And uses a chair on it. And again, steel folding chair pounding on the left knee of Curt Hennig. Rose gingerly walking around the ring, trying to get some of the circulation back and the pain out of his own left knee as he has been working on Hennig's. Curt Hennig. And now the tide has turned. Buddy Rose, this thing's going his way, at least for the moment.
Oh. Boy, Curt can sell, I'll tell you what. Even I'm cringing at this point.
Left leg being worked on. Curt Hennig in trouble. His left knee that was injured already. Remember that Rose had that advantage. His knee was healthy going into the match last week. He had it worked on pretty good. He had it worked on down at Salem. He had it worked on here tonight throughout. First fall action and in here to the second fall. But it is now Rose working on Hennig. Rose has injured many a wrestler. Hennig has never put anyone out of action. He looked like he was working at it with a vengeance, but he let himself get into a position where his opponent could get at that very, very weak spot, which is his left knee. And finally he kicks up. Rose goes sailing through the ropes. He's coming back in. Let's see if Hennig can protect himself. Hennig gets to the left knee.
That's it. Come back.
And again, Hennig could come back. He won the first ball. Body drop, and it is Hennig back in command. Scissors on the leg. Now bending that leg sideways, the knee, and all the strain on the ligaments. The worst possible thing that can happen to not only an athlete, anyone, as far as the leg injury is concerned, is to have torn ligaments, particularly the inside ligaments. And that is exactly what Curt Hennig is working on now. He is literally trying to tear those ligaments. If they're stretched, it's painful enough. But torn ligaments take months and months and months to recover from. That's exactly where this hold puts the pressure. However, Curt Hennig's left leg is hurting too, remember. The Playboy's working on it. Laying back, trying to get some relief. Playboy almost counted out. Around on one leg. The left knee is hurting. Is Curt going to go out after him? He's going to grab him from inside the ring. Slam the face into the apron. Watch out, Buddy. Got a hold of the leg outside. Wraps it around the ring post one time. Goes to the knee.
Yikes. I told you this is hard to watch. Yikes.
And again. It's a no disqualification match. Keep that in mind.
I think we got it.
Rose takes him out to the middle of the ring. And he's going to turn him into a half crab position. A half crab, the crowd. We want Curt. Is their cry. I don't know how Hennig can hold out long against this with an already injured knee coming into the match. And this pressure probably is the most painful of all the holds. He's trying to work it to the side. He's up on one knee. You got that.
Let's go, Curt. Let's go, Curt. Let's go, Curt.
He can get out of it.
He's trying.
Elbows, smashes, and that right leg is taken flat again. We mentioned that earlier when Hennig had the hold. And he has to give it up. He has to give it up.
That was a hard fall. That is a hard one, guys.
Wins the second fall. And our main event, the first of our double main event. Later on, Oliver defends his championship against Rocky Johnson. Remember, we'll be bringing you what happened there after we go off TV. You can hear it on radio, KYXI radio tomorrow morning. Curt Hennig, and he is hurting. We're going to be back in a moment.
All right, get ready for the third fall. It's coming up here soon. I have it on a playlist. That's why it's continuous play. So if you don't and you need a minute to tap it, just, whatever. Do what you need to do.
Fireworks are available. Although I like everybody to have a good time, I do hope that you guys, you little kids, don't play with them firecrackers. Get the big kids to do it if you got to do it. You big kids, show you some responsibility, huh? And be very, very careful. Hearing something the other day, I think it's 12,000 people suffer injuries in the United States on the 4th of July. We sure don't want that to happen to anybody we love, or anybody we don't love for that matter. Well, it's down to one knee, isn't it? Each man's got one knee hurt, and it's down to the last ball. Curt Hennig, Playboy Buddy Rose.
Okay, let's see what happens.
They're locking up in a traditional test of strength with the hands, and of course that was a fake by Rose. He's going for the knee all the time, and I thought Hennig would have been too. I tell you, you got your experience in wrestling in many years, a lot of wrestlers, and then you've got your experience in this kind of match. And maybe the experience isn't going to make all that much difference, as Curt Hennig's anger is carrying him very well. He's got a hold of the steel chair this time, and he put it to the knee on Buddy Rose. And Hennig has the upper hand, upper foot, the upper knee, whatever you want to call it. We're in third fall action. Now he makes it to the ropes. That will not get him a break. This is a no disqualification match. That will not get him a break. He's trying to get all the way out of the ring and get away from him, but Hennig's got a hold of the left leg. Hennig's left leg is hurting. Rose is the one that's worrying most about it now. His left knee being worked on. Left leg wrapped around the middle rope. Rose reaching back and into the eyes of Hennig. Buddy Rose out of the ring. Now grabs the leg. He's going to try to get it over in the corner where he can use the ring post. Remember, this is no disqualification. Rose is being countered. Dr. D coming from the dressing room. Dr. D with his right hand kick.
That's no disqualification, guys. Remember that.
The knuckles on his right hand. I don't know what. He's motioning. I want him in the ring. I want him right now. Dr. D unloaded. He's got tape over his knuckles. Don't know if he's got anything taped under it or not. But he unloaded. Now Buddy Rose gets no disqualification. It's no DQ. And he's not stopping the count. Sandy Barr not making any ruling about the interference. He's counted out of the ring. He is counted out. Hennig wins the third fall and the match. And Dr. D being offered the handshake from Curt Hennig. And Dr. D saying, Hennig, you can have it too because I don't like anybody. But Dr. D unloads on Curt Hennig also. Sandy Barr's coming in now, trying to break it up, get Dr. D out of there. Dr. D bails out and lifts a finger like, I'm number one. Buddy Rose outside the ring, holding on to his head, limping on a hurt left leg. This is not going to sit well with him at all, to say the least. Hennig is out of the ring on the other side. He was belted and thrown there. And now I see a hand coming up. He's going to be all right. He's getting up. Buddy Rose.
Okay, guys, if you just want to hit pause, you should be at 5:10. I think there's music at the end here where they go and basically, they have their music that they have on their local channels. So I don't know if that's copyrighted or not. So we're just going to turn that off at 5:10. So that is the knee versus knee match. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I might do the match after it, which is the Dr. D match versus Curt Hennig. So Curt wanted a little bit of revenge there for, Dr. D kind of hitting him as well. So, but that's it. I'm going to put everything away and I will catch you guys on the flip side. Okay, guys, then we're back. So I hope you enjoyed that match with Curt Hennig and with Buddy Rose. Again, it did take a while because, again, it was a 2 out of 3 fall match, and, you know, they did great selling there. That's why I love these matches. You get to really see the territories and what they were all about, even if I wasn't on the earth at the time. I wasn't born yet. So, seeing that as even when I was an adult, I mean, as an adult, because I didn't get to see it when I was a kid, my father never watched the territories, I'm guessing. But, they did watch WWF. So, and really, back in the day, I don't think, because we lived in Pennsylvania, we would have seen much of the AWA anyway, cause that was more Minnesota and parts of Canada, and then they went out to like Las Vegas and stuff. So a lot of that stuff is spectacular. If you watch Curt, and next week we're gonna do the Dr. D match with Curt, spectacular. He gets on the mat and he actually mat wrestles him, stretches out his leg, and we'll get to see that, that is coming next week, because I do want to go over that match, cause Dr. D, I think kind of forgets about it. It probably wasn't on his radar, but Curt just, I think he liked wrestling Curt because, you know, Curt had a lot to offer, had a lot of talent, and, you know, probably would do anything Dr. D had suggested to do. Is a great match. There's some other ones I would like to do, you know, there's like a convict match. There's like a, prison yard match, where everyone has belts. So, I would like to go over that too, and do some interviews beforehand, because the interview that Curt does before the prison yard match is kind of, it's like, I haven't been whipped like that since I was 5 years old. And I'm like, really? I can't see him getting whipped by his dad, but, I'm sure it happened. I can't see it. So, and one thing I would like to give a huge shout out to, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Kit Cabello. Kit, you know how I feel about this. You know, you started me in the match and it was great, and I don't know how to thank you for everything you've done for me. I really appreciate everything you've done, and it's been really awesome. So, yeah, wow. Wow is all I can say. You really helped me out, and, I really appreciate you. I want to give a shout out to Angel and Dee, and of course, I want to give a shout out to Matt Collins and Greg. You guys, without you guys, I don't know where I'd be right now. I don't know. But, again, I'd like to thank everyone for listening. Something's going on with my audio, but I hope it's not too bad. I'll just kind of pull away a little bit, see if that helps. So I'd like to thank everyone for listening, and again, we will be back next week with another match, Dr. D's match with Curt. And remember everyone, nobody beats Mr. Perfect. Nobody.